Good morning, dear hearts. Okay, we are on lesson 143 in our review. We have a central thought, again, for this review, a different format than the previous reviews. My mind holds only what I think with God. That's all my mind will keep into it. Whole, real, true thoughts. Everything else I will simply let go. It will fall away because it has no substance, no foundation. All those other thoughts are illusory. They're dreams, they're smoke, they're mirrors. They have no real reason for me to keep them. I have no real reason to keep them. Let them go. That's, I think I'll be saying that a lot of that during this review with this central thought. So my mind holds only what I think with God. And the two lessons that we are in review for today, the first one, in quiet, I receive God's word today. In quiet. It is only in quiet that I can hear God's word. It is only in quiet that I truthfully can hear anything that's real and true. Only those thoughts I think with God. I only can hear them in quietness, in the cacophony, in the noise of the ego mind. I will hear absolutely nothing. There'll be noise, but I will not be able to discern any one idea or thought or truth. So I liken this, and I've said it and used this analogy before, that when we are in a restaurant with our friends and perhaps we're at a very long table, or might even just be a big circular table with maybe 6, 7 of our friends, but we can only hear what's going on right next to us. Everything else, it becomes too noisy for us to actually hear and to understand. Well, it's the same thing. If I want to hear God's voice, I have to receive it in quiet. I have to let my mind be still. I have to block out all of the other noise, all of the chaos of those 62,000 thoughts. Now, in the past, last year, I have used one of our first 50 to expand on this, which was lesson 49, that God's voice speaks to me all through the day, and it does. But even though God's voice speaks to me all through the day, it is only in quiet that I can receive God's word today, because if there is noise all around me, then I will not be able to hear. I must be able to let my mind be quiet with God's, and God's mind has thoughts of stillness, tranquility, serenity, and peace within it. So when my mind holds those thoughts, then indeed I will hear and receive God's word today. Our second review lesson is all that I give is given to myself. Everything that I give, I receive. We have had that, to give and to receive. One, in truth. In truth, that is all that happens. It is a circular motion. What I give, I get. What I give, I get. Now, let's bring in yesterday's lesson review, that I thank my Father for his gifts to me. So I have received my Father's gifts. In order for me to keep them, and this is contrary to the thinking of the world, I must give them. So all that I give, my Father's gifts, I will receive back tenfold, hundredfold, thousandfold, and more, because that is how God's gifts, which are all creative, will indeed expand. It is their nature to expand. It is the nature of creation to reinvent itself upon impact. As soon as it is received, it's bigger, and we get more and more. Now, our practicing, again, because I didn't mention it the past 2 days, I don't think, or at least not yesterday, we have the 5 minutes in the morning and the 5 in the evening, and of course during the day. But what I like in the introduction to our review, it tells us to begin each day with time devoted to the preparation of your mind to learn what each idea you will review that day can offer you in freedom and in peace. And it's also opening up our mind. We want to spend this time with sanity, That's what we do. These are whole, true, real thoughts, and we want to be able to spend what lesson 138 told us, a brief quiet time, just 5 minutes. That's just a brief amount of time, probably about the same amount of time of this video, just for a little bit of time. And we need give no more than this to give us happiness and rest, endless quiet, perfect certainty, and our Father wills we receive this inheritance that we have of Him. So we quiet our mind, we go into this space just for a little bit, and we receive God's word today and know that my mind will hold only what I think with God. And just one thing more, from all that I give is given to myself, I had paired it with 2 of the first 50 lessons, 18 and 19, about the effects of my seeing and my thinking, that I'm not alone in that. So all that I give, I will receive those effects. What I think, what I see, what I extend, I will receive the effects of my actions. We are not alone. We are not separate. Everything that we do, there's a cause, there's an effect. There will be a reaction. There will be something that will come of our actions. So all that I give, what will come of that is I will receive. If I think I'm alone, then I think I can keep and I can hold on to things, and I can not be my best self and not have my mind in alignment with God's, and that's okay. But in truth, if I want to receive these gifts of my Father, if I want to spend time in happiness and joy and peace, then I must realize that my mind holds only what I think with God. I am not separate from all of the sonship. I am not separate from my Father. I am not separate from anyone or anything that is part of creation. And that is why my mind holds only what I think with God, because God's mind is creation. It is the source of all creation. And that's it for today, and I hope it helped. So please like, please share, please subscribe. Definitely comment, definitely smile. Yes, we are in this review, and yes, we will continue to recognize the beauty and the grace that we receive in our studies. Namaste.